Hi friends, today I am going to share with you secret sources of NCERTs from where UPSC question setters are framing questions both in the prelims and the mains examination repeatedly year after year. Guys, most UPSC aspirant, they do not read the NCERTs in a right manner, in an effective manner. Most UPSC aspirant, they read NCERTs like school textbooks. They try to read cover to cover every chapter, every line, and they end up forgetting most of what they have read. And that's the reason they are unable to solve questions inside the exam hall. You may have come across this thing that you have read the NCERTs, but when you go and solve the questions, you are not able to do that. The reason is the approach to read the NCERTs for the UPSC examination is different from what we used to do when we read the NCERTs as a school textbook. When we were in class 6, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th, we read these books, but that time our approach was different and UPSC requires a different approach. Guys, today I'm going to share with you the toppers approach of reading the NCERTs, which can help you solve most of the questions which come from the NCERTs. Guys, I can assure you, if you follow my strategy, which I'm going to share here, you will be able to solve most of the questions which come from the NCERTs. My name is Santosh Pandey, and this video is part of my NCERT Hidden Gems, where I'm going to demonstrate to you how UPSC is picking questions from the NCERTs, which are the chapters which are more important, and within that chapter, which are those sections where you need to focus more. Guys, this will be based on scientific PYQ analysis. So this is not just a motivational video. This is hard evidence video. Okay. You can see some of my scorecards here. I have cleared prelims 6 out of 6 times with 30 plus marks. Then the cutoff, and I mentor aspirants for the prelims examination. If you need my guidance, this is my Telegram channel. You can connect with me. So the first doubt which comes to most of the aspirants is, should we read class 6 to class 12th NCERT all, or just class 11th and 12th NCERT? Because you see many successful candidates, many mentors, many coaching institutes will tell you that 11th to 12th NCERT is more than enough. You need not read class 6 to class 12th. Just focus on class 11th and 12th. And in class 11th and 12th also, they will tell just read these two books. Okay. But is it the right approach? Let me show you with evidence. Okay. See this question which came in 2023 prelims examination. And now see this class 8th NCERT. This is class 8th NCERT. You can see this. Okay. You can see directly rutile and ilmenite. You can see rutile and ilmenite. Okay. This was asked from the NCERT. Now imagine you writing the prelims 2023 and you followed the advice that just read these two books. No need to read all these books because this is not essential for the prelims examination. What is going to happen? You will lose this question. You lose precious 2 marks. And you know, guys, nowadays prelims is very competitive. If you are leaving any questions which is directly coming from the NCERTs, I can tell you your chances of qualifying prelims will be very less, because this is a bare minimum which is expected out of you. If you are not able to solve questions which are directly coming from the NCERTs, class 6 to class 12th, then you will be struggling to crack the prelims examination. Okay, so first thing what we need to do is that we need to master the NCERTs. Today I'm going to share with you the secret strategy how to master the NCERTs in the most effective manner. Guys, most aspirant, what they do is that they try to read. If we say them, okay, read NCERTs, what they will do, they'll start with class 6th and they will do, okay, like they will do like school reading. They'll read each and every line, each and every book. Okay, then they will go to this book, then they'll 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 go to this, like this, like this, like this, and they will spend some 2 months. And after 2 months, they will discover that they have forgotten everything. They have forgotten everything, or they have forgotten 80% of what they have read. They just remember 20%. And as a result, when they get questions in the exam hall, they are not able to solve them. But today I'm going to give you the right approach to master NCERTs, which is based on scientific evidence. Okay. So when I analyzed the UPSC PYQs, and I traced them to the NCERTs, I was surprised. Okay. Why? Because in the last 10 years, particularly when the new pattern has emerged after 2013, we see that many questions are directly coming from the NCERTs. many questions. Okay, you can see here. You can see this question on barren island. You can see, do you know? And you can see this question on barren island. You can see question on barren island directly from the NCERTs. So what they are doing is that, okay, the boxes which are there in the NCERTs, okay, suppose if you see this NCERT page now, every page will have some box which is called do you know box. Do you know box? Okay, most of the questions which have come in the prelims examination, okay, in the last 10 years are from these boxes. This was also a box. You can see this was also a box. Okay, so every book, if you see this book, okay, na, for example, this book is there. Okay, so every page na, there will be some text written here and there will be some boxes there. All these boxes, I will tell you, you read it. Each and every boxes you should read it and you should make notes out of it, because UPSC is giving question directly from these boxes and the evidence is in front of you. You can see two questions I just have shown you. Okay, another question, you see this. Okay, see this question on water on earth. Again, you can see directly taken from the box. Okay, so if you see in NCERTs, we have three things. We have the boxes. We have the boxes. Okay, do you know boxes? Do you know boxes? So each and every box you have to prepare. Okay, each and every box you have to prepare. Do you know box? Okay. Also, there are, okay, diagrams. They are directly asking questions from diagrams. I'll show you multiple questions. Okay, see this. Do you know? Again, time zones. Exactly this question came in. This is the latest 2025 question. See, after this question came, many people are saying, sir, UPSC is asking very difficult question. UPSC is becoming very difficult. But is it reality? When questions are directly coming on NCERT themes, can we say that really the paper is tough? No, the paper is not tough. But how you read NCERTs, that makes things different. The toppers, they know from where UPSC is asking questions and they focus on those things. Whereas the average aspirant, they try to read everything in the NCERTs and they end up forgetting most of the things what they have read and they do not do well in the exam. Whereas toppers read NCERTs from the point of view where the questions are coming, they understand the pattern, they find out this trend and they focus on that. And their always focus is what kind of question can come from this. Okay, let me show you some more. You can see this question, guys. This is a mains question which came in 2013 examination. Most desert in northern hemisphere are located between 20 to 30 degree north on the western side of the continent. You can see this. Find out. Now this is another box which is there in the NCERT find out box. So first box was what? Do you know box? And now we have the find out box. We can see why most of the world's deserts are located in the western margin of the continent in the subtropics. You can see directly this question came. This question was mentioned. Exactly this question they copied it in 2013 mains examination. So what did we have found out? Okay, one we have found out, okay, do you know box? Do you know box? Okay, which is mostly a fact, and fact is used in prelims. And another box is what called find out box. Find out box is generally analytical stuff and this is used to frame mains question. And let me show you another mains question. You can see this is 2020 mains question and this is class 8 NCERT. People think, okay, NCERT class 6, class 7, class 8, they are not important for the UPSC. UPSC is something big examination. They will not ask questions from these simple NCERT books, but you can see exactly this question was taken from the NCERT. So wherever photographs are mentioned, pictures are mentioned, UPSC is framing questions from the pictures. Okay, keep this in mind. So after seeing all these PYQs, what do you understand? Okay, we can find a pattern that the question setters are asking questions from the NCERTs. That is for sure. There is no doubt about it. Okay, you should not have any iota of doubt in your mind that NCERTs are important or not. Or should we replace NCERTs with coaching institutes material? Do not do that. Do not do that. That mistake many aspirants do. People generally who join the foundation coaching, okay, because in foundation class, if you join, they will give you some textbook, geography textbook, and they'll tell you what, that do not read NCERTs, just read our textbook. Do not make that mistake. Read NCERTs because questions are directly coming from the NCERTs. I'm telling you, in textbook they will not write these examples. Textbook they will just write some crux notes, they will never tackle the boxes. They will never tackle the boxes in the notes which coaching institutes are giving. Okay, so remember this. Follow NCERTs. Do not rely on any other resource other than NCERTs. You know, guys, I have been teaching for UPSC prelims, okay, at least last 7 to 8 years. Okay, and a lot of times UPSC aspirants, they have said, sir, why don't you give notes for the prelims static part? I never give notes for the static part because I believe that reading the static part from the original sources like the NCERTs, like Lakshmikant, like Spectrum, is more important because question setters are following these resources blindly. And if you do not read these resources, and if you rely on some coaching institute material, there can be a chance that coaching institute material may not cover each and every word which is mentioned in the book. Okay, I hope you get the point. Okay, they may have ignored all these kind of facts. Do you know boxes? Okay, pictures, they may have ignored it. Okay, so this is very important, guys. So let me tell you what should be the right strategy as far as geography NCERT class 6 to 12th is concerned. First of all, you need to read all class 6 to 12th NCERT. Next, what you need to do is that you need to focus on boxes, you need to focus on diagrams, you need to focus on maps, and you need to focus on exercise which is at the back of the chapter. These are the four things you need to focus. So every chapter, what you do, okay, what you do is that, okay, let me just show you what is the best strategy. So if you have this NCERTs, okay, what you do is that keep this, okay, keep 11th and 12th NCERT as your base material. Okay, again, base material. And when you read this book, okay, whatever boxes are there, whatever facts are there, whatever figures are there, whatever, okay, maps are there, transfer this in this book. Again here, transfer these facts into this book. Again, transfer this into this book. Transfer this, so that next time you have to read only 11th and 12th book. You need not go and read again and again class 6, 7, 8, 9, 10th book, because before examination, 1 day before exam or 2 day before exam or 10 day before exam, you don't have the time to read all these NCERTs. You have to time only for one NCERT. So, but questions can come from any of the NCERTs. You can't ignore them. So what is the best strategy? The best strategy is go and check all the boxes, go and check all the maps, go and check all the figures, and incorporate that either in your notebook, make a note of it, or just transfer everything in this class 11th and 12th NCERT books. Make notes there itself, so that next time you have to read only this book, you don't need to read all these books. Okay, this is one strategy. Okay, another thing what you need to do is that in my test series, which is Lux 2027, I have covered NCERT test. You can see I have covered 6 tests: physical geography NCERT world, Indian geography physical, okay, then economic geography India, economic geography world, then GC Leong, and then map. All the NCERT maps I have covered. 100 questions. In 100 questions, all NCERT maps, all NCERT maps. Let me show you some of the NCERT maps. How the, and you can see this. You can see this one map. UPSC has asked multiple questions. Okay, arrange these mountains, okay, north to south. Multiple questions. Arrange this river, okay, east to west. This question was there. I think it was there in 2025. Okay, they have given the rivers. They have given the rivers. You can see here, Ghagra, Gandak. Okay, and they have asked to arrange east to west. Okay, then they have asked multiple times, arrange these hills. Okay, north to south. Arrange them east to west. Okay, arrange them north to south. Okay, they ask multiple questions. You can see this question was also asked. This question was asked, okay, which river meets, you can see Jhelum meets, okay, Ravi, Satluj. This was asked in the UPSC exam. So most of the questions are coming from the maps given in the NCERTs or table given in the NCERTs. Okay, you can see, or do you know series? Okay, do you know series is also very, very important. Exercises, you can see exercises are very, very important. This question was asked, okay, this question was asked, okay, Narmada river, what is the source of Narmada river? This was asked many times. Amarkantak has been asked many times. Amarkantak, Rift Valley question has been asked multiple times. Okay, so go through all the do you know boxes which are there in the NCERTs, and if you can't do that, then what you need to do is that you have to, okay, you see many interesting facts are given. You can see here, Switzerland has no known mineral deposits. This can be used to frame questions. Extreme statement, many people will get trapped here. Okay, so what I have done in my NCERT test is that I have collected all these important do you know facts, do you know tables, boxes which are given. Okay, and I have framed questions on them. So each and every NCERT, I have went page to page, single pages, every page is class 6 to class 12th, and I have framed questions on them. So if you solve these 600 questions, if you solve the 600 questions on NCERT, these are completely on NCERT, then I can tell you, you will be able to tackle any question. And that is the reason, guys, in the last couple of years, many questions which are coming from the NCERTs, it has come, some questions have directly come from our test. Why? Because I have covered NCERT in depth and in the latest pattern. So do not miss this NCERT test. You can connect with this number. You can call this number or you can WhatsApp on this number. They will give you the link. Start solving it. You can see in front of you many questions which I gave in Lakshya 2026 test series have come in the prelims examination. Also, guys, I gave some flashcards for quick revision before the exam. These flashcards were only on the expected topic. A lot of questions have come from the flashcards also. Like this, in 2027 Lakshya also, I'll be giving you predicted questions and flashcards for quick revision.